Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. And there we are. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? I'm getting some last-minute stuff set up, so bear with me for a moment. For those of you watching this live, I'm actually going to be updating the thumbnail in a second. It's kind of a placeholder, but I just need to go to the spot first to also get a screenshot. So we're going to grind for about 2 hours at the Sycraia underwater ruins abyssal location, whatever you want to call it. It's a mouthful to say, so let's see. I do have my character on Ilya Island. I kind of planned poorly for today. I was just like, where do I want to go that's not Jade? Because Jade's a great place to go, but I want to try a few other places too, and this is one of those spots that I would want to kind of get back into or grind there again. Another thing is, I do not have that PNG. Let me go ahead and quickly grab a PNG off of BDO Codex. It's going to be for a Tungrad ring. Open image. Save image. Also, I'm going to be watching or listening rather, to a playlist or just maybe one song. I listened to it earlier today on ChristianRock.net and I really enjoyed listening to it. I don't care about cringe talk. No thank you. Goodbye. So I'm just going to loop the one song over and over. It's by a band called Zahna, Z-A-H-N-A. It's called Drown. It's actually a very good song when I listened to it earlier. It still is a good song too, now. Go ahead and get that pulled up. Go to assets over here. Open that up. So all I need now is a screenshot over at the Sycraia zone. Is that the one? No, it's not. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. That's the one. Another thing I kind of want to mention is that Black Desert is going to be undergoing a weird period of time, at least for a little bit here. Let's make sure, yep, game's loaded, okay. They're doing a kind of like a rebalancing of each of the classes. So classes that are perceived as being very efficient, and I'm using their same terminology because I like their terminology with it. Classes that are extremely efficient are actually getting nerfed, and classes that are not as efficient are getting buffed. Now, I don't know where Kuno sits in that meta, specifically Awakening Kuno. Also, if you ever go to Battle Arena, by the way, this is where you go, is this part of the island, Ilya Island. There's a spot over here, I think it's like down over here, that you can't actually go to here, but if you go to Battle Arena, that's where you go. It's pretty interesting. Let me see if maybe I can go near it to show you guys. Yeah, there it is on the map now. See, it's the Battle Arena down there. It's very hard, very hard to actually see it, but there's like invisible walls around this whole area. You cannot actually go to it, except for like escape, combat, or whatever, however you get to the Battle Arena. I've only been there like once, maybe twice actually. There it is. The Battle Arena, and all of it's separated from the actual open world itself. So where we're going, there's an NPC. It's roughly there on the map. I think it's actually right down there, so let's just try to get to it. By the way, Kuno has an ability which allows you to kind of hit the ground, but you take damage, but you immediately go to the ground, so it's very nice to use that ability. Alright, here we are. So this spot, who's this person? What do they do? Apparently nothing, but they probably have a purpose. So we could get some Marnie stones for the spot. I'm going to elect to say that we're not doing that. However, I do need to talk to this person, and also equip my splash swimming goggles. I think these are the ones you can craft. Yeah, these are the ones you can craft. They're not too expensive. I get 20 extra seconds, and I'm going to do this as well. Excuse you. Alright, you guys asked for this. Alright, so now we need to make our way to the spot. I'm wait for my stamina to kind of like get back up. This spot is good for a couple of reasons. One, it's like one of the only spots in the game that actually drops Tungrad rings. Two, it's also you can craft the rings as well. I guess you can also do it in the upper as well. But it also drops the Abyssal Essence, which is the only place in this game to get Abyssal Essence. Except for Prodigy Cave, I guess. But even then, just like, Abyssal Essence in general is not something that can be sold on the marketplace. So, if you want to craft your own Frenzy Draughts, you have to get Abyssal Essence. Now, Frenzy Draughts did increase in price, and they haven't actually gone back down to where they were before, like almost like 2.9. They're actually 4. So they're still quite expensive, but between grinding here for the potential of rings, getting extra silver, it's not a whole lot of silver here, but it's still enough to go out here and make this whole troublesome journey. Also, it looks like we can actually get some of these subjugation missions done while we're here too. Nice. So I don't know exactly how far out we go, but we head north for a little bit. I think it's like almost here that we go down. I don't know for sure. Kind of get close to this island though for sure. Let me just go under for a second here. Trying to see. It's right there where my crosshair is, I believe. Or is it? I think it's that. Okay. Let's head back up to the surface and just keep swimming out to it then. So it's a bit out of the ways, you know, you can take a boat out here and just leave it on the water. I wouldn't recommend doing that because pirates can come by and sink your boat. Maybe if you alt swapped, like you were on an alt, you got onto a boat to get out here, and then you swap to your main character. That way your boat isn't actually rendered. That might be a safe way to do it. And then when you get done, you just go up to the surface, or you can use a map. If you use a map, make sure you don't have sailors in your boat and you're good there, but... Okay, so about the time that you start seeing this, like, bubbly effect, that's when you pretty much go to the bottom of that. Yeah, there's the archway right where my crosshair is at right now. Also, again, I know that I don't play in, like, the highest resolution possible, so textures don't look right, and you guys just have to live with it. I do. The game plays pretty well, even at low resolution stuff, so it's fine by me. For me, I'd rather have FPS versus, you know, making it look pretty. So, of many of the things that we're going here for, mainly is Abyssal Essence for more Frenzy Draughts. I didn't use more than 30 this week, which, I'll be honest, I did Jade today, and then I also did the hour-long buff. I've used like 6 of them this week, or maybe 5 of them this week. I don't really want to rely on those, because as convenient as they are to just pop one an hour and be done with it, I'd rather not. It is technically 2 draughts, which is half, but it uses the magical elixir thing that you don't get them other than like events and stuff, and I have a very limited supply of them, so I'd much rather try to get frenzy draughts and do all that. So once you make your way in here, you find this like shrine looking area. There is a prerequisite to actually get in here, and you need these Memories of the Deep Sea, which are a craftable item from 5 of the... There's like a certain item that you get from grinding the upper region here, or I think you can just buy them off the marketplace. Fragment of the Deep Sea. Wow, these have actually been cleaned out. How many can I buy right now? It's 10 at a time, but not going to worry about that. I still have 7 more to go, so... Once you get those, you go to this over here, and you just basically interact with it and you're good to go. One last thing I want to mention about this location, if you are trying to go to the lower, the AP is 260 and DP is 330. At my current AP DP, I don't ever really stress or worry about the spot, so keep that in mind when trying to go here. It's a chunkier kind of spot. You don't want to just go there and, you know, try to live and stress yourself out in the process. All right. Also, I'm going to adjust one thing on the stream. There we go. The stream title is bugging me a bit. It was 650. I just added a plus to it. Okay. So while we're here, there's an NPC that gives you quests, and I, for the life of me, cannot figure out how to get to this dude. The region ones. What's this? Oh, it's the upper. Okay. Is this the guy? Because there's no navigation down here, so bear with me as I try to remember how the heck I'm supposed to get from point A to point B. I think it's this way. I immediately think I'm going the wrong way. That is the guy I'm supposed to go to, but my gosh. Some of the walls might look blurry. It's because if you actually go through it, it's water. And you can get stuck in them. It's not a pleasant experience. Okay, I think I know kind of where I'm at this point. I think I need to go up over this way. That way is a dead end. I have no idea where I'm at. Or do I? Is this dead end? It's not a dead end. I never see this spot, so I don't really know exactly where I'm at. I thought that went around. Try not to mess up this dude's rotation. Ah, here's the NPC. Nice. So Gorman, there's 3 dailies you can accept from him. It's 5 of the towers each, and then you have to get samples, which are random base thing. And then there's 1 more after you do these 2. But from him, if you head down this way, go through all these mobs here, go over this way. I think it's to the right at some point. Where is it? Trying to find like the Marnie spot. I believe it's over this way. Yeah, this is it. So this right in front of me is the Marnie spot. This is also like the best spot. You pretty much do a giant circle, and I'm just double checking to make sure nobody's here. Doesn't look like anybody's here, so we can actually grind here. So it's just a giant circle around this like giant statue looking thing here. So real quick, let me wait for the mobs to kind of reset. I'm not going to use frenzies. The only buffs I'm going to use, I'm debating even using Vel's Heart, to be honest. I think I'll just go ahead and use a Simple Cron and maybe Vel with combat. That'll be fine. Also, I wondered why there was an empty spot. It's because that was there. Alright. Let me go ahead and get my timer set up. 2 seconds. And then that's pretty much it. So pets are going to get fed. I'm not going to burn Agris. I will use a level 2 loot scroll. Nope. So let's go ahead and do that, and Vel's Heart, and that's all the buffs I'm going to need. Alright, so the spots that I like to pull to is like right about here next to this tower. I'll show you one full rotation and kind of talk about what I'm doing here. But past that, it's just going to be honestly, just a mind-numbing grind. I do have a few old moon scrolls, so I'll use one. The idea of grinding here is to get the Abyssal Essence for Frenzy Draughts, and then I can go to Calpheon to get the Corrupted Breath, or I can just purchase those because they're very cheap. And then make my Corrupted Frenzies from that. But while I'm here, if I get a couple of Tungrad rings, then I might attempt to tap those for some TET attempts. Otherwise, it's a good spot to get a decent amount of silver per hour on top of the possibility of Tungrad rings. And any Tungrad rings I get from this, I do plan on tapping to hopefully get a TET. If I manage to get a TET from not purchasing any, that'd be great. But so far this is maybe a quarter of the rotation. Move on, try to aggro a lot of mobs over here. Third spot I like to pull to is right here. There's a ton of mobs on the ground here, but a lot of the ones we just aggroed, not all of them went over, but some of them came over here. So you just combo them down right here. I don't know if this is like the rotation, but this is what I typically do. I'm getting shot by the tower over there though, so I probably got a little too close. Let me get this guy and that big dude, bring him over to this tower. Trying not to go too far away from mobs I just aggroed over there. And I will admit I have like another 700 capstones right now. So I burned like the original 1,000 that I had, and I almost have enough for like 2,000. Had I not sold, or had I not burned those at all on my gloves and shoes, I would almost have enough for 2,000 capstones right now. And that would have been almost 5 bill. And I don't know if you guys saw when I checked out my central marketplace, but I'm at 7.2. A Tungrad ring right now at a TET, I kid you not, is almost 13 bill. So realistically, if I didn't use those almost like 700-800 capstones that I used for my gear, I could probably almost afford a ring right now, which makes me a little angry, but it's fine. Once I get one ring, that's 2 more AP, and I have been working on more journal books. I've been working on the Deves one last night. I was doing that till like almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and it went from journal number 2 to starting, I think, journal 5. So at one point, I think it might be journal 5. I'm not sure, but you do get 1 more AP from the Dev books. So I'm looking forward to that too. And as far as the journals go, I'm almost done with all of them now. So here's the last pull. When you go to finish a rotation, most of the mobs that I just encountered over there get lured over here, and then the mobs that are here, as I kill those ones, awaken. So this is a nice pull right here. There's almost like 2 pulls worth of mobs at one spot, which is very nice. Oh gosh, way too far. So yeah, as far as changes to the Kuno, what could I expect? I expect a few nerfs. I really do. I don't know how other classes fare at some of these locations, and I feel like Jade being able to pull like 30k trash loot with yellow and loot scrolls in 2 hours, that feels a little broken IMO. But I hope that they don't nerf it enough to where I can't make like, say, like 25k trash in 2 hours, yellow scrolls, Agris. Because if they nerf Kuno that bad, I really don't want to even consider it right now, to be honest. I'll just be a little depressed for a little while and, you know, kind of silently complain about it. I do hope that some classes, like Awakening Kuno PvP, in my opinion, in RBF, granted, a lot of people who play RBF are just like in-gear capped players and stuff like that, but PvP with Kuno there is just atrocious. There's no point in trying to even go there if you're Awakening. If you're trying to be any good on the Kuno class, go Secession in PvP. Like, and I think that's what they're trying to address with these changes, these rebalances, is that they're trying to make it to where if somebody wants to play Awakening, then they should be allowed to play Awakening and not feel like, oh, if you want to be good at PvP, you have to play Secession, you know? That's my personal take on it, but I haven't heard a whole lot. I know it's in the global labs part of it all, so there's been some stuff on global labs that have never reached the actual base game, so who knows? Time will tell. Hey, sir. My apologies, I got on a rant there. How you doing, man? As far as it is, I hope that they don't nerf Kuno. And if they do, it's just minor nerfs, like the one nerf that they did recently. Not the stamina one, but there was another one where they nerfed the F ability, this, to do 25% less monster damage while it's on cooldown. And I do feel it. It's a little bit, but it's still pretty powerful. Doing right, not bad. How about you? I'm hanging in there, man. Try not to let the worries of grinding get me down, you know? Other than, you know, video game issues, I'm doing great. Better today than yesterday, that's for sure. I think I mentioned it on stream, but because it's been really hot, I've been sweating a lot, and a lot of my electrolytes, I think, got pretty much sapped out of my body. Got a Powerade yesterday, felt better. I have another one that I could drink today. I'm feeling a lot better from that, but stay hydrated. Make sure you have your electrolytes. Just know that if you ever start sweating, it's not just water you're getting rid of. It's also electrolytes. Also, finally hit 40%, baby. Lots of Abyssal Essence so far. Is that 5 or 6? I'm not sure. That's 6, and it's been 2 rotations? I don't know for sure. But yeah, I was with a couple of guildmates last night on stream. We were over at Gyfin Upper, not the lower, the upper spot. I feel like even though I say that, there are people that would be like, "Are you?" Whenever I say like Gyfin Temple, I'm implying underground, but that's how it's read. Unless I'm just a moron, which let's be honest, it's very high likelihood. I felt like I was able to do a lot more AoE stuff, so I feel like if Kuno does get a nerf, it's probably going to be an AoE related nerf. But that's the thing, was that they gave her a lot of traversals and buffed a lot of her AoE stuff with the rework back in December. So I'm hoping that they don't actually reduce her AoE, but maybe increase the AoE of other classes. Like, nerf by proxy is acceptable, IMO. If they want to not necessarily buff Kuno, but make her weaker against other classes by having all classes like have the same AoE effects, or like AoE range, I'm okay with that. I just don't want the class to change too much. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't looked into any of it. I'm waiting for some of my guildmates, because there are a few people that actually are playing Kuno. I don't know if they're Awakening or Secession, but I'm sure I'll hear a thing here or there. Also, I probably should get in the Kunoichi Discord too, to be honest. I'm honestly surprised I'm not, you know. Didn't even start my timer. I'm using the scroll, so that's my timer. I need one more sample, and then in between the 2 hours, I'm going to run back to the node manager and accept the other daily. Oh, we just got it. Nice. I'm going to head back over there, talk to him, and get the other thing, the other daily quest. I think it's like 200 kills or something like that. It's nothing crazy. I could do it after this, but I don't want to really give up my spot just in case. I might take like a 5-minute break after the first hour to do that, and do some inventory management, sell junk loot, move the Abyssal Essence to Velia. Stun. You know, I just remembered I need to change my thumbnail. It's still Jade Starlight. I told myself I was gonna take a screenshot, and here I am, just grinding. Okay, I'm gonna burn a little bit of my time here for the hour. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Just let me finish this pack first. Oh my gosh, I just got stunned there mid-animation. That was weird. Okay, give me a second here. I don't know if there is technically a safe spot right here, honestly. Is this technically a safe spot? Okay, I can sit here. Can you not attack me for a minute here? Now the other thing that I wanted to do... Nope. Let me stand up, please. Hey, dude. How about you stop? Whenever I do screenshots, you guys are getting some behind-the-scenes information now. Whenever I do screenshots, I always try to go into what I call pretty mode, which is usually custom save 1. I have it set up for it. Change it. I totally forgot that I didn't actually change it, so... Like, to show you where exactly it's at, like, this is how far I made it. I put the little Tungrad ring there, and that was it. So, give me a second. Okay, now we put it in pretty mode. Now we're going to hit this, go to screenshot mode. Nope. Get into position first. Let's go a decent shot, like maybe here. And then now what I do is I go in OBS and I just right click screenshot source, show recordings. Let me get this. Come on now. I'm gonna call it Abyssal. Just for now, I'll just call it temp because I don't. My mind is blanking so hard on how to spell Abyssal. Disappointed. Sure. Where's this spot called again? Sycraia Underwater Ruins. Fine, I'll just name it that. Where to go? There it is. Sycraia, Sycraia Underwater Ruins. There we go. I'm burning a little bit of time trying to do the thumbnail because I swear I have poo brain. Where exactly did it go? There it is. So now I've resized this bad boy to a 720. Copy that, paste it over here. Boom. Now I'm going to go ahead and save this. Save it as this one. Yeah. And then I'm going to. That was a PDN, but now I need to save it as a JPEG. And this is going to be this. I'll just put ring. Sure. Good enough for me. Now I flatten it. Now I can close these three things out. Go back to the stream. Hit edit. And then from here, grab the ring. All right. Thumbnail is now updated. Should be updated. Just to confirm that, I will actually go ahead and refresh. How exactly? Okay, yeah, it's been updated. So if you go to my channel now, you can see the updated thumbnail, or if you like refresh the page. It's one of those things that I forget to do, guys. I forget to do that sort of stuff. It's weird. Now I can continue my day. I'm glad. I'm glad that I can make your day better. For anybody curious, AJ Max is my dad. I told myself too, I was like, before you go live, make sure you do that. And I was like, I'm not even in the area, so I guess I'll do that on stream. I just didn't prep properly today. So now the only issue though, so this is me playing in like high graphics, and it's still like, this is why I say I just don't really care for graphics too much in games, because it doesn't look any different to me. The only difference is that my CPU is struggling. Sure. Okay, I'm going to go back to custom save 2, because that way it'll save a little bit of my computer resources. Take a second to actually load, plus the music kind of cut off too. Okay. I might even potentially pop a tent buff on the second hour. Get an extra 50% on that. I don't feel like it would be a bad idea. Like, the main reason I'm here is for the Abyssal Essence and for Tungrad rings. Not necessarily silver, although as long as I'm a net positive on silver, we're fine, you know. It's like 50 mil an hour. So as long as I make more than 50 mil in just junk loot, I'd consider it worth it. Kind of reminds me of my days when I was doing my first ever health potion though. Got hit with that debuff. When you get hit by that debuff of slow, it's so crazy, like how slow I feel. I think isn't it only like a 20%? It's a 25% attack speed. It's a quarter of my speed just gone like that. That's a lot of Abyssal so far. Up to 12? It's been 20 minutes, dude. My best hour that I had here, I think, was like almost 40? 35? Something like that. Like mid to... It could have been even low 30s. The way I see it, if I can get more than 30 in an hour, I'll consider it a good hour. I don't know what, like, a lot of other classes pull and stuff. And I think, honestly, that's why they're doing this, like, revamping of the classes again, is that they're trying to get everybody kind of on the same page. Because the rework got people a little closer. Well, some classes really close, but other classes, I don't know, maybe they overdid it. I know that a lot of people are saying that Shy is going to get nerfed, but let's be honest, Shy could be deleted from the game and everybody will lose their mind anyways. Like, Shy is such a mainstream, everybody loves this sort of class, that makes me want to hate it. Somebody's got to, you know. I don't mind people who play Shy, but there's something about the class I really just don't like. Maybe because in my mind I've got Kuno mentality, you know, like people say, oh, you've just got boomer mentality. I've got Kuno mentality. I'm so used to playing Kuno that if I'm not the one doing the damage, I don't want to play the class. And that's facts, you know. Shy to me is more like buff allies, maybe heal allies. It's more of a support class in my opinion, but I know that you can also just absolutely murder things. Some Shy mains might be able to do better than me, you know, at certain locations, and they might have slightly less gear score. I know for a fact that they did, because there was a Shy who did that, and it made me not want to play the game for a while, because here I am struggling to like survive in that spot, and they just come along with very similar AP and DP, and then they never get hit, and they just evaporate the enemies. That's why I don't go looking up other information about how, like, what other people are pulling. That's why I don't know if like 30 Abyssal Essence in an hour is actually a good drop rate. You know, at the end of the day, it's RNG based, so who's to say what's good and what's bad? Ideally, if you can get one every 2 minutes, which is 30 an hour, I feel that's a pretty good solid number, you know? Considering if you were to use Frenzy Drots every 15 minutes, you'd be using 4 for an hour. So realistically, if you only got 5 an hour, technically you're gaining more than you're using. So me, I'm not using any, so any I get here will actually be used on other grind spots. That's my logic here. And I seem to be doing just fine without it. Like, the main reason I use it is for the extra stamina and also the energy, or excuse me, health regeneration. So in certain spots, I have to have them. Yes, I lose some DP when I use them, but at the cost of extra stamina and the extra HP regen, it can be massive in some spots. Like, without that health regen, I'm just toast. Oh, we got a ring. Nice, dude. So I've also got 13 Abyssal Essence so far, not too shabby. And depending on how many rings we get at the end of the stream, I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. If I can get, let's see, duo, or prize is going to be 2, duo is 3, try is 4. If we can get 5 rings, I will attempt a TET attempt. I will get it as far up as I possibly can. If it burns anywhere along the way, then we're done with it. But I need at least 5 to get a TET if they all succeed. So if I can get 5 today, I'll give it a shot on stream. 100%. So far, it's been 1 and 25 minutes, and for an actual ring to drop, that's pretty good. For the pieces to drop, I've had an hour where I've actually gotten 3 rings. 2 of the pieces dropped, and then I think I just bought the cheaper of the 2 pieces. I think the red shards are the more expensive ones. So I think I actually just had a few of the black shards. So I just made 2 rings that way, and then I also got one to drop. That was like my best ring hour here, and that was a long time ago. It feels like now, a couple months ago, maybe a month ago actually. Wasn't that long. Nuke these guys real quick. Move on to the next pack. A little bit of lag spikes. Capstone, nice. Black Spirit's Rage. This is sort of music that I expect to hear in Valencia, to be honest. Maybe it's typically music that you'd find in Valencia, I don't know, but definitely has a sort of like regalness that Valencia tends to have in their music, so. Abyssal Essence, nice. Totally lag. Black Spirit's Rage. After I get stunned. Camera angles, dude. Just trying to dodge his attacks and not get slowed. Also sitting there waiting for an ability that's on cooldown. Whoop. Go ahead and nuke this tower real quick. There we go. More Abyssal Essence, heck yeah. Now I'm stunned. Heck yeah. Go like a second, maybe a fraction of a second longer on that before the tendon cutter. I know that you guys probably don't know anything what I just said there, and to be honest, I'm still trying to process it myself. There's that one mob that I usually go by as like the landmark of when to use an ability. I think I can go just slightly past it. In other words, I'm not doing this as cleanly as I'd like, but still killing them off pretty quick, though, to be completely honest. I'm stunned. These These guys are just throwing rocks at me now. I'm stunned again. Those crabs, man, they're pretty rough. I think they're the ones that can stun in this spot. I don't know if anybody else can, but I know they can for sure. That's Infernal Guard mode, what? Traveler's map, well, I got my map to get out of here. They usually drop quite regularly. I'm glad that was my first one, though, because I got a Tungrad ring before a map. What does that say? Hopefully it says that RNG is on my favor for the stream. I'd love to give a TET attempt on a ring today, but not at the expense of my like 7 bill that I'm saving up for. It's the way that I perceive saving up money for it is kind of like how like a pity piece for a health potion is. You know, you could potentially get the actual piece to drop before the 100th, or you can just save up, you know, and eventually you're bound to make enough money to be able to buy the item that you're going for if you don't, you know, successfully enhance it yourself, or if it doesn't drop itself, you know. That's kind of like where I'm at thinking about it. You know, I've attempted maybe 4 bills worth of money at rings to try to get the ring to actually tap. I also grinded here a little bit to actually attempt maybe 2 of those TET rings, but I would spend like 600 mil at a time, and I think I did that like 5 times, maybe 6. So almost like 4 bill in purchasing the rings and then attempting to tap it to TET myself, and they just didn't want to go. They just didn't work. However, that was a little bit better. However, if I just save up the 12, almost 13 bill, I could just go ahead and purchase them on the marketplace, and somebody else will have done the hard work for me. The next question is going to be what other accessory do I want to aim for next? I would like to go for some pens. We'll just have to see. Because pens are... I thought they were like 100 bill? 50? I don't remember exactly how much they were now. There we go. Ooh, another map. Nice. Capstones, so 17, that would be about 34, well, 18. That's about 36 minutes if you're going with the metric of 1 every 2 minutes. And it's been 35. So far this is a good Abyssal hour. Now if it keeps up for the next, you know, 25-ish minutes, then I can average about 30 in an hour. And that's a really good hour, like I said, according to my own statistics. The only part of the frenzy drop that I would need to do is make the other potions, because right now I'm kind of buying them as I need them on the marketplace. So I haven't life skilled in forever either, so I probably could just like start gathering up all the resources. It's like an hour here and there or so, or maybe just like until my energy burns. Let me double check something. I don't have the capstones there. Do I have them in? I do. I'm thinking of selling those 700, even though I could technically upgrade one of my gears. I'm thinking about selling it. Thinking about it. Not convinced on doing it, but thinking about it. There's another Abyssal Essence. Stunned. Honestly, XP is not terrible here. I'm using the 400% light stones. It's not bad. Not a spot I would go to for just combat XP though, that's for sure. Holy lag. Little crab things. I need you guys. I don't really think I do, but you know, they're a big target, kind of hard to miss, so you know, I know when I kill them. There we go. Metroid vibes off the music score right now. It's 20 in 29 minutes? No, 39 minutes. Wow, my math is terrible today. I think I'm not looking at investing anything. So still almost one every 2 minutes, which is a good number to have. Good spot to be in, honestly. And hit me with a rock. There's another Abyssal Essence. Nice. Black Spirit's Rage already, huh? Nice. It's right about there. Okay, that's better. Stupid notification. I really want that notification to go away, and I don't know what it is in the options. I've looked. Would make sense if they brought out an event and didn't give you the option that you don't want to see the alert. As if for them to be like, get hyped about the Papu versus Otter Sandcastle contest. I don't care. just don't. But yet I was watching a streamer earlier and she didn't have it all the time. So I wonder what she did. Although I was kind of lurking too, so I wasn't paying that much attention, but you know. She was also doing a dungeon, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. Don't know. Abyssal essence. Nice. Another one. Another one. I'm at 24 and it's been 43 minutes. So if it's one every 2 minutes, I should be at 48 minutes into the grind, but I'm not. So it's a little more than one every 2 minutes. We'll find out how much it is at the end of 60 though. Like I said, after that too, we're gonna go over and accept the daily. The other daily. I'll turn in these two, and then I think the last one's like kill so many. It's like 200 or something. 600? I don't remember. Why you don't get all three when you first get down here, I don't know. I don't know why. I have it. Doesn't stop doing that. Abyssal lessons, baby. There's enemies right there. Keep getting stuck on them. Just wasted half my combo on trying to hit the tower. Tower real quick. There we go. I didn't get the big guy over here, so I'll try to... Oh my gosh, what's happening? Come on, boys. Group up. That one on the right. He got the memo. Abyssal Essence. Another Abyssal Essence. Another Abyssal Essence. That was 3 on 1 pack, dude. Can we get a Tungrad ring now? I'm just asking. No? Okay. Shouldn't push my luck. Is that the 3rd map? 4th map, too. Nice. They were traveling buddies. They were just, you know, looking over the maps, trying to figure things out. Ten more minutes, that's going to be maybe 2.5 more rotations? I think it's like 4-minute rotation here for me. I think. I don't know for sure. Haven't really been paying attention, if I'm being honest. If it was 4 minutes, that wouldn't make sense. Would it? No, it wouldn't make sense. Because that would be a total of like 15 rotations. And I wouldn't be at a weird, like... I'd be at like 8 minutes if that was the case right now. Or 12. Not 10. Is it a 5-minute rotation? 2.5? 3? I did burn time, though. I was doing the thumbnail, so... I don't know. Man, these guys have more maps. Oh, it's already dead. Oh well. Alright, so it was about 10 minutes when I started this this current rotation. The problem with the minutes is it doesn't tell you like how many seconds something is. And usually 7 means that it's actually like 7 minutes, and also it could be as high as 59 seconds. So right about here was when I noticed 10 minutes as I was about to finish off this pack. So it just turned to 7 maybe 20 seconds ago. So it's almost like a 2.5, maybe to 3 minute rotation. Also, my gloves are getting damaged, so I need to repair them real quick. If you don't have a campsite here, the NPC vendor here, the guy you accept the missions from, he can repair your equipment for you if you ever want to grind here. I have to consider there are people who don't purchase things in the game, and for fair reasons, you know. For me, I went ahead and purchased a few things here and there just because I like to support game developers that I really enjoy playing their games. And my like little amount that I've spent on the game probably doesn't like pales in comparison to some that coin or whale. Coin, it's more like pearl. Those who like pearl or whale their way through the game just buy a bunch of outfit boxes, sell them for a bunch of silver and stuff like that. The pay-to-win system in terms of like converting real-life money into silver in this game is, in my opinion, not worth it at all. That being said, if you do want to make a ton of money very quickly, fastest grinding you'll ever make is probably just selling outfit boxes on the marketplace. It's almost $1 billion before like the taxes are taken out, and you know, it's, I don't know, there's something to it that people who buy the outfit boxes just to sell them, I mean, they're getting silver out of it. They're allowing players like myself, excuse me, to pen tap and stuff like that. So I'm not complaining there. It's just, if you are wanting to beat the game, quote unquote, or try to get a larger advantage over other people, spending money on the game is not the way to do it. Doing what I'm doing, which is grinding and just spending all this excess time doing this sort of stuff, that's pretty much the only way that you're going to get any sort of distance, like either caught up to my gear score or try to surpass my gear score if you like just start out off today or something, you know. So it's 4 minutes left. This will be the last Vel's Heart once it pops. There it is. Just go ahead and turn that off. That's another Abyssal Lessons. So we've had 32. This kind of matches near one of my best hours I've had here in terms of Abyssal Lessons only. I did have to use a 50% Old Moon Scroll for that, but I'll take it. I don't even know. Do these guys give good skill XP? I'm judging based off of the amount of loot that I see show up in the loot chat, as well as like my percentage, and it's been 0.1 for almost this whole pack. So no, skill XP here is not worth. Polys is definitely one of my favorite places to go to until you start getting maybe like the 1 skill point per level, but even then I was still using my main character here for that. Pretty much getting my 2 daily burning, I can't remember what it's called, burning shining moonstone dust, I don't know, from Jetina. There's a quest where you can like kill mobs to get like 2 a day, or you can gather to get like 1 of them a day. You need like 110 to get the guaranteed depend accessory. I would choose Polly's Forest because my main character needed the skill points at the time, and I would go over to Polly's Forest to get skill points, but also do the mission. And to kill, I think it was like 4,000 or 3,000, 4,000? I don't remember what the number was, but to kill that many over at Polly's, it took me like 30 minutes. I used to do it on streams, to be honest. Don't mind me, a little tired. Late night last night with Deve, getting him his encyclopedia-able things. Got stunned. So once we get back to the starting location, that's going to be the end of the first hour. 1 ring so far. Not bad. It's probably going to take probably an average of potentially 1 ring an hour, or 1 every 2 hours. All of it really depends on your RNG and item dropper. 2 Abyssals. Wow, that was fast. It's at least 34. Yep. I was about to say, I don't recall seeing any others, so. Okay, so I'll finish off this pack and potentially the next one. Pretty much go until my Old Moon Scroll runs out. There's another Abyssal. Try to kill off this pack here real quick. Okay. Let's head to the vendor real quick. Vel's heart is off. Sure. I guess we can turn that off for now. So going back the same way we came. Up these stairs, and there he is. So now I'm also going to be changing my music that I'm listening to. I can't play it on stream because it's copywritten, so. But I will tell you what I'm listening to. It's an artist called Bayless, and I'm going to go with, I think it's called Spotlight? Searchlight, my bad. Searchlights by Bayless. So if you guys want to listen to it, go for it. I'm probably just going to listen to this on loop for like the next hour. I know I'm very boring. It's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay. So finally the noise is gone. Yeah, it's great, man. Also get one more Abyssal from that one, and you get 2 more Abyssal from the next one you accept. So realistically, yeah, it's only 250 weapons. It's like no problem. You can do that in like maybe 15 minutes. Maybe. I don't know how much I clear in like an hour, but also, I don't think I had Ancient Spirit Dust on me, but we have 62 now, so. But let me double check how much. So this is almost 6,500. If I were to sell this, yeah, it was over 100 mil. That's another 4. So yeah, we'll do a campsite buff here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that because that'll be very helpful. Hello, camera angle. Go ahead and repair while we're here. And then as far as it is, let's go ahead and put some stuff into storage. I'm going to hold on to the maps just in case I don't get another one for another hour, but I really don't think that's going to be a problem. Let's go ahead and put these away here. Abyssal Essence, I don't have any in here actually. And then I'll put these in there and those in there too. Alright. Something else I felt like I was going to do. Almost got 0.2 XP as well, so not bad at all. And this is the only other quest in this location, by the way. You can only get up to 3 quests. There's the first 2 that we just did that was like no problem. One's RNG based, and that one I hate for that reason. But this other one is only 250 kills, and these are fairly easy to do at this gear score. So, well, at least for my class and the gear score, that is. So I'm going to pop down my tent over here. I wish I had a Vil scroll, but I don't. I'm gonna take a drink of water real quick, I guess, while I wait. Now, even though we were just here, I'm gonna double check the spot. I have this sort of thing with my brain where it's like, out of habit, I will go and check the spot, just be on the safe side. I see there's somebody over there, and that's why I'm like, So let's go ahead, we're gonna pop a 50% here, and then I'm gonna pop this other 50% here, and let's just go for it, shall we? Oh, nice. So this is another 100% drop rate instead of what we normally would be getting. So this is now 233.5. I expect a lot more Abyssal Essence. 35, I think, is what I ended up with last hour. I'm a bit more warmed up for this hour here, and you know, I have a little bit more drop rate. So I'm hoping to get just a ton more stuff, but we'll see. Cringe talk. Even though you put like a video on loop on YouTube, they still like play ads unless the loop actually starts. As soon as the video starts, there's an ad. As soon as the video ends, there's another ad. And my phone, for some reason, really wants me to download Cringe Talk. You guys don't want to get lured? Thanks, new player day 2, for doxing me. Hi, kid. I'm just kidding. I'm not inviting it, but I have not been witch hunted yet in game, mainly because there are ways that I go about avoiding such things. So, one of them is just being popular, you know, just never being popular, you just never have problems. It's just a sad reality of my life. It's like the one time I went to join some people, and they'd been at the spot for like an hour. It was I think it was Castle Ruins, I believe. And the one guy that left them, they had 10 minutes left for an hour. So he left and stuff, and his reasoning was his wife called him. And he was like, I gotta go, gotta get off, wife called. And so one of the two guys that were there, he was like, he goes, hopefully you don't have a wife that will call you and tell you to do stuff. I was like, oh no, dude. I love my response. I said, oh no, dude, good news. I'm depressingly single. You don't have to worry about my wife. And I told my dad about it. My dad said, you should have said, if my wife calls, there's a problem because I'm not married. And I told my dad, I said, that's a fair point, you know. If somebody called me and claimed to be my wife, I have to start questioning what I do in my sleep. Maybe put a GPS on me or something, I don't know. You got a kick out of it, though. He was like, LOL, I feel that, bro. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. It was just one of those moments where I just felt like being overly sarcastic. And I'm glad that they enjoyed it. Even the other guy, too. He didn't say a whole lot, honestly, but I think he was kind of newer to the game, but he was just kind of like chuckled. That was about it. Kind of reminds me of like a strong silent type, you know. But yeah, that was one of my more just like sarcastic experiences. Usually I keep things pretty serious, you know. If somebody wants help, I'll help them out. If oh, excuse me. If there's something going on and, you know, people might need some assistance or something, I'll go and help out. But I'm also the type of person that's like, don't waste my time sort of thing, you know? I think a lot of people can equate to that. Why am I so tired? Gathering Master 27? Dang, dude. So this is like the start of the third rotation. And, yeah, the goal's done. So, yep, not that hard. So far, though, and it's only been like 8 minutes on the second hour, but we've only gotten 2 Abyssal Essence. So, unless that improves, that's 1 every 4 minutes. I'm really trying not to yawn, guys. I really am. There's another one. I don't know why it's after the first hour of grinding. I get really tired. It's probably because I'm talking, if I had to guess. There's this weird thing with me that whenever I, like... Okay, so it's not a weird thing, but when I go to sleep at night, I usually do some like breathing exercises to like maybe like calm down. I don't know if it's like a nervous thing or whatnot, but it works for me, so I'm okay with it, you know, okay sharing about it and stuff. I pretty much do some breathing exercises where I like hold my breath for a second or two, like take a deep breath, hold my breath for a second or two, and then just like slowly release it out. I'm not like a heavy or like very loud breather either. At times, just like everybody else, I do have moments where I'm just like, not like a mouth breather. It was disgusting. But there are times where when I'm streaming like this or when I'm talking for long periods of time, I'm taking a deep breath before I go to talk. And when I talk for a long period of time, it's a long exhale. So it's like my body is... Ooh, another Abyssal, nice. So my body is almost like pretending as if I'm getting ready for bed, but I'm just like talking and not really like breathing multiple times for a whole sentence, unless it's a really long run-on sentence. But I don't know, there's something psychological going on for sure, and I'm pretty sure it's because my body thinks, because I'm breathing how I normally do when I'm trying to go to sleep at night, when I go to talk for long periods of time. I think that's probably why I get so tired when I go to stream. So my body's just like, oh, you're preparing to go to sleep, huh? And I'm like, no, I gotta remain alert. I gotta do this, you know? Ah. Song really sounds like it should be at like Valencia. I'm certain that it is, but more like a 60-40 certain. Abyssal Essence. We're up to 5 and 13 minutes in, so it's a little bit better. It's not at one every 4 minutes, it's more like one almost every 3 now. If I don't get another one for 2 more minutes, then yes, it'll be one every 3 minutes. Which, again, still not terrible. If I feel like 20 an hour is actually pretty good. If I can manage like 20, maybe 24 if I were using Frenzy Draughts an hour, then that's okay. IMO. There's another map. Nice. There we go. Black Spirit's Rage. I think I'm starting to understand why I can't seem to get that second one over there. It's because there's a lot of those, I think they're called Lykia. Lykia, Lykias. All around like this pillar right over here. And I think because of that, they kind of aggro after I kill all the pack over there instead of like during the pack. I'm stunned again. And when they do, like this one right here that just popped up, he was sitting like right over there. Because of that, I can't get this one over here to go with that whole pack. I managed to do it one time, and ever since I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that now, and ever since it's not worked a single time, so. Workers need to be fed or something. Workers require attention. There you guys go. Get back to work, or just keep working, please. Thank you. Storage is full. I know exactly which one that is. It's Alta Nova with my Grinnell helmets. Also, I don't know who is in charge of the like discount stuff that they do in the Pearl shop. every once in a while, it's like every 60 days, they put in like a new town for like a worker slot, maybe a stable slot, or like an inventory slot sort of thing. And this time right now is Alta Nova of all places. And I'm like, I don't have anything there except for Grinnell helmets. And the bare minimum of the structures that I need to actually get the amount of workers there for one. And then also the storage there. Like, I probably could get rid of a few places now, because there's actually silver embroidered clothes you can make over there too. Let's see if I can show you guys real quick. Might do some node stuff after grinding here for the second hour. But I have like the lodging here, and I don't think I really need 3 workers. I could probably fire one of the 3 workers that I have, but we'll probably do that after this 2 hours of grinding. And Garmoth is tonight too, so we kind of need to be aware of that. Keep that in mind. I don't recall if the dragon event is over, by the way. I don't think so. I think it was supposed to run for like 2 weeks. Maybe it already has been 2 weeks. Yeah, what I was saying last rotation, see all these Lycias here? They all get aggroed. So I could barely get that one there. Ooh, a black shard. I think those are actually the cheaper of the 2, but I'll take it. The more expensive one is the reason why I want to grind here, because the cheap ones I can just buy off the marketplace, and I think I already have some. It's not one that I need, you know, necessarily. So it's been 22 minutes. We're up to 9 Abyssal Essence. So it's somewhere in the... It's not like 1 every 2 minutes. But it's not 1 every 3 either, yet. It's like 2.5 minutes, maybe? Still pretty good. Like I said, if I can get at least 20 this hour, I'll be pretty happy with that. I mean, for 2 hours, I would have gotten like... first hour was at 35, then I got 1 for the quest. So that's 36, and then we get like another 20. Let's say 18, because the quest that I have to turn in is going to give me another 2. That would be 50 numbers. It'd be more than 50. Which would be more than 25 an hour. Despite one of them actually being over 30. You guys just stop. Stunned again. And I got slowed. Ooh, another essence. Nice. So if I remember correctly, Lycan are one that can drop those shards, so... Whenever I just see one kind of like hanging out, I might try to target it. Somebody on that mini-map is moving, but I think they might be in the upper zone. Yeah, they're in the upper zone because I don't see them here at all. They also kind of like faded out a little bit, which indicates they're not on the same like elevation as where I'm at. Like the yellow ones there, they're also kind of like faded, implying that they're not on the same level as I am. And those ones are the upper ones for sure. Okay, with 34 minutes left, it's been 26, and I have 12. So it's been not exactly one every 3 minutes, but not exactly one every 2. It's more so leaning toward one every 2. Well, just like that, it was one every 2 now. Thanks for making me look like a fool, game. Well, there's another one. And another one. Game was like, yeah, what you gonna say about one every 2 minutes, huh? I'm gonna make sure it's 2 every 1 minute. No. Imagine. Every minute you got 2. That'd be nuts. So, pretty much what I am trying to aim for here. So, if I were to do Jade 2 hours a day, every single day, actually for streaming purposes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll do like 2 hours each day. That's a total of 6. And each hour would be 4 frenzy drops. 6 times by 4 would be 24. I've got more than enough for enough frenzy drops for those 3 days of streaming from just today. If I'm doing that, which I'm not, but. And then the other ingredient that I would need, besides the other elixirs that you make the frenzy drop with, are the corrupted breath. And like I said, there's plenty of those on the marketplace. I could buy them if I want to. But as of yesterday, when I tapped my Libresca 2 more times for a +2 attempt and it didn't go, I did tap it back up to a +1 again. By the way, the number is about 15 attempts now, and it just means I have successfully gotten it to a +1 16 times, because it's currently still sitting at a +1 right now. By hitting that, I hit 371 on my DP, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't Calpheon, Elvia, Rutum, aren't they 370-ish? Like, am I wrong in that? They're 360. Why do these guys smack me then? Sonal is 330. So my point being is that once I hit that bracket and I went to Gyfin and realized kind of like the potential that I have to stay alive a lot of the time, I might actually go over to Rutom again and check it out, because Rutom is another one of those kind of dead easy spots to grind. Every once in a while you just go and kill like 3 watchtowers, and then you kill the elites, and then it just spawns wave after wave on the supplies until you can actually target the supplies. Once you kill the supplies, then the elites come back and the whole event starts over again. The watchtowers are back again. The watchtowers, if you defeat all 3 of them, it spawns like a little wizard dude, and he like gives you a bunch of AP and reduces the monster's AP and DP when they get inside his little bubble. The whole point of it is either to use him to kill the elites, or you can use him to kill the mobs a lot faster. Either way, I use him to kill the elites because it makes that like beginning part that much easier, and plus not dying to them is very crucial. So I might go check out Rutom's again after the stream tonight. You know, I might go there after this, actually, to be honest. On my way to Rutom's, I could just like do my node management stuff I was going to do for Altanova. More Abyssal Essence. We're up to 20 in 30 minutes, so at this point it is 2 every 3 minutes, which is 1 every minute and a half. Quick math. I mean, if that's the case, then, you know, that's really good. Then again, we are also running a lot of buffs that I normally don't run here, so mainly the camp buff, but you know. I need to get like a chart of spots that are really Agris, really light on using Agris, that is. Because as far as like Agris, I usually do some testing myself, like a day's worth 20k Agris, or I'll, I don't know, I don't really look up that sort of information. Does it say here? It doesn't say anything about like Agris fever, so I don't know. The Gyfin Underground, the temple area down there, you burn Agris fast. Like 20k you can burn in like 10 minutes. 20 actually if you're not careful. I do have enough where I could go grinding at Jade tonight before like the extra 20k comes in, so that way I'm at 0. I want to try to be at 0 Agris when I get my daily tonight, because for the next 3 days I'm not going to use Agris, and I might save it for like the streams, so that way on Sunday when I go to stream again I'll probably burn the Agris then. Agris only affects junk loot though, so if I did use it I would probably want to use it in a really good junk loot location. Take a sip of my water. some water. It's good water, yo. Make sure to stay hydrated, everybody. Ooh. Some more Abyssal. I really did just get 2 there, didn't I? I'm not even upset about it. Now, could I maybe potentially get another Tungrad ring? I mean, I am using temp buff now. Might be a waste, actually. Like I said, though, when I was grinding my first ever health potion, I was using it, and sometimes I would gain like 20 mil in an hour. This was at Cagdom, by the way, back then. Before the rework. Think about Kuno before rework. I don't know how many people actually remember what Kuno was like, but let me tell you, it was not what it is now. It's way better to play Kuno Awakening now than back then. A lot more traversals and stuff, but I would average on a good hour like a 10 to 20 million profit worth of silver from the junk loot, and that was also before Cagdom got reworked, where the junk loot is actually worth more money too. So you could say I was pushing real hard for the piece and stuff. I did about 30 hours before the pity system was introduced, and then 28 before the piece actually dropped with the pity system. And with the pity system, I still averaged, I got up to like 68, 69 pieces, I think, in almost 30 hours. So it was a little over 2 an hour. But yeah, the 50 mil for that, a lot of people will say don't use it unless, like, don't use it if you're trying to make money. And that is very true. You don't want to, you know, have that extra 50 mil expenditure, because unless you get like 20 capstones, like realistically, like I think 14. With taxes, we'll just say like 30 capstones. Unless you're making like a ton of capstones to replace or have something that will replace the campsite buff, 50 mil is a large chunk of change to be spending on it. Maybe Agris you can use to kind of like consolidate the 50 mil, but me, I'm all about, you know, getting that extra drop rate, having the opportunity. Ooh, a second black shard, nice. Is this the cheaper one? Yeah, it is the cheaper one. It's 3 mil. Not bad though. Also forgot to check how many Abyssal. 27. 27 in 37 minutes. So for me, 20 an hour would be good. 30 an hour would be great. Anything more than, I doubt I would ever hit like 40 or 50 an hour. But if I could hit like 40 or 50 an hour, that'd just be like godlike. There's another one. The game heard my plight. So with this will probably be about 60 when everything's all said and done. I think I have actually hit over 60 at this point. Got 35 in the first hour, which would mean I would need like another 25 now. And I'm at 28. Still crazy. 28. That's before the 2, by the way. So technically, it's been 65. 35 in the first hour. 34, I think it was 34 from just grinding, 1 from the task. So if I can average like 30 an hour here, that'd actually be really good. Not using any in return either. And if I were, I could probably clear faster and probably get more, but I know they say you gotta spend money to make money and all that, but as memeable as it is, you gotta spend frenzy drots to make frenzy drots. I don't think I really want to. My AP is good enough here, and I mean the Vel's Heart, I'm still taking a slight financial hit on the Vel's Heart at the end of the day, but even that is still very negligible, to be honest. A lot of Lykias over here, jeez. That part of the music score, all of a sudden I felt like I was at Temple of Time. Abyssal Essence! Yeah, I really need to figure out the gather tree for frenzy drots, like what all I need to gather. If I think one of them is a frenzy elixir, but I don't know what you need for it. Like, do you need maybe bloods for it? Do you need maybe like some trace of like violence or something? I don't know. Trace of frenzy of trace, something with frenzy. I don't know. I need to go through that on, I think it's BDO Day, or the new BDO Day now. Yeah. 17 minutes left to go. We're at 31, so it has definitely been well more than one every 2 minutes. Yeah, that's right. We still have 17 minutes to go, so you know, if I can get to 40, then it's gonna be like 2 every 2 minutes. No, I don't know how the equation breaks down. All I know is that if I use tent buff For the first hour, that was essentially using like a tent buff. I was using the Old Moon Scroll, and that was the only thing. But now I'm using the Old Moon Scroll with a 50% tent buff. If I were to just use a tent buff, I could probably expect 30 in an hour. The little bit of lag spiking is starting to affect me a little bit. It's times like this where I kind of wish I had a... I mean, my computer's not real... Oh, well, I might explain it. I say my computer's not really struggling, but I think my antivirus software is doing an update like usual. That would explain it. If all of a sudden the stream just like freaks out, now you know why. It's probably not your internet. It's probably just my disk trying to do stuff in the background. That's not. What the heck? I don't know what Feedback Hub is sending or doing, but a Windows thing being a feature, you know, a Windows feature. Yeah, that's what we call them. Also, I just remembered my garden. Okay, I had to do that tonight too. I haven't harvested or touched it for almost 2 weeks. That's how, like, into this whole getting TET Tungrad grind that I'm into it right now. I'm neglecting all the other things that I typically would do. Like, I haven't cooked in forever, mainly because I just don't feel like I want to, and buying Valencia boxes off the marketplace is the easiest way to make that money, but I do want to do kind of a big cooking spree here in the next maybe week or so. I might do that soon. Ooh, a third black shard. So this hour was very different for RNG. I've gotten 3 of those when I didn't get a single one, and the only difference is like 50% more drop rate. That's it. I don't get it. I believe hours have their differences, you know. Sometimes you'll get a capstone hour, other times you get an ancient spirit dust hour, other times you'll get like a junk loot hour. Like that's the only thing you'll ever get is just junk loot. And then there's like the rarities hour where anything rare that could possibly drop there, you tend to get like 2 or 3 of them. A person in my guild said one time they were at Turos, I think in Arsha, and they got 3 actual flames to drop. Not like the pity embers, but the actual flames over there. And at the time, I think he said they were like about 1.5 bill, I think, something like that. Sold them all and then started tapping accessories with that money and got the accessories to where he wanted them. So some people just, things just line up for them, and you know, I'd much rather try to work at it, honestly, because to just be handed something feels very hollow. It doesn't feel very fulfilling, in my personal opinion. Uh-oh, one of my guildmates was just killed by somebody. Guild manager's reaching out to him like, hey, you need some backup? Could he have been AFK? He's not responding, so. Running on my 58 alt, running through Balenos. I had a feeling it was near one shot by Doom. Oof. I remember the very first Doom encounter that I had. I was on my horse, and my horse went down to like a sliver of HP, and my character was like half shot, just like half my HP gone in an instant. What emoji is that? Is that a little cat in the box, sir? Ooh, I got a max stamina artifact. Nice. Sorry, I'm looking at the cat in a box emoji in chat. For those of you watching later on YouTube, you might be able to see what the heck I'm talking about in the chat. I'm pretty sure you can see it. And also say hi to the future, guys. It's like a time capsule. Wait, he said Balenos. Balenos is a big place, though. Olvia? Velia? I don't think people are asking the right questions. The family name, though, was Zero Enhance. I might get involved in this. We'll see. Yesterday, right after the stream, sorry, this is high future. The right after the stream last night, the guild leader said in chat, if anybody is interested in Node Wars, to check out the Discord, and there's a post there. So me and, like, I think at the time when I did it, there was like 4 other people said they were interested in Node Wars stuff. And I kind of want to see about Node Wars, like what it's all about, potentially do maybe some videos on it, or maybe do the live stream. It depends on the time of day and depends on a few factors if I'll be able to participate in it or not. Main one being time of the day and what day of the week, really. I think Node Wars is Thursday, but I don't know, like, at all how it works. But yes, ooh, 40404. I swear to stop for a second to show that off. Ooh, 2 Abyssal Essence. Back to back. So you eat a meal now to go into RBF, and you have to wait 30 minutes for the debuff to run out before you can join now. What? One of the other guildmates is talking about that. I don't know. I haven't been to RBF in a while, actually. The one guy who got nuked by the guy on the Doom, though, he's like number 3 in the server for, I think it's node activities or RBF. Yeah, now he's asking him debuff. Let me see if I can show you guys. It's underneath, yeah, RBF. He was there actually earlier. Now he's not. But I am technically on this list, or at least I was this morning. I'm not on the list no more. Oh my gosh. I actually was. Yeah, the satiated thing they give you now. I don't know what he's going on about. I know that there's like this satiated buff there. Like, he's trying to say that you can't go to RBF while that's active. I don't know what he's going on about. I think I seen they were working on a fix for it earlier. Is it? Did they bug it or break it? It would not surprise me, but... Alright, let's try to focus on one more rotation. Stop looking at guild chat, Dustin. I do a skill, but it starts lagging, and then my character is like, let me just look at them real quick, just... Slow debuff now. Stunned. Turn off my Vel's Heart while I'm here. Try to get back to the beginning, and then that'll probably be the end of the second hour here. And then we're going to head back to the mainland and start doing some things. Main thing I wanted to do was fix my Alta Nova, like some node management there, like some of the houses and stuff. I need to take a look at something in the Pearl shop that they're giving out for loyalties right now, the Alta Nova stuff. Got on a rant about that earlier, but it just kind of dawned on me I may not have actually purchased one of the worker slot things. And that would be kind of important to free up some contribution points, you know? Alright. Let's turn off that. Let me go ahead and repair up real quick. Add some scrolls back on that, and let's head to the node manager real quick. As far as Abyssals, we got 37 in the second hour. We also got an artifact and then 3 of the black shards. So not too bad. I think I got less junk loot this hour, though. I kind of was being a bit more lazy, not gonna lie. Or more reserved, I don't know what you want to call it. So 45 minutes, and then Garmoth will spawn. 2 more there. I actually did a little bit better, so 6,500. Now this should... Okay, it's about 130 mil for all junk loot. So 130 mil, and I spent 50, so it's an increase of 140, which isn't too bad for an hour. It's basically like 150, because the capstones will definitely push you past 150 for sure. But it's not like, you know, best spot to grind if you're going for money for sure. I can go to Jade and get double that silver, in just silver, let alone capstones for 1 hour. So, let me go. Does this go to Velia? It does not. It goes to Ilia. So we'll go to Ilia Island real quick. So now that we're here, let me show you guys a little, not really a secret, but it's definitely something that not a lot of people really know about. If you want to go to Ilia Island or back to Velia, there's a griffin that goes back and forth. In fact, 2 griffins that go back and forth. You might notice the platform in Velia. When you first start up the game, you go by this platform. It kind of looks similar to this. Just looking in the sky, I don't see the griffin anywhere. But there's a griffin that basically just goes back and forth, and it's like a 3-minute ride to or from the places, but it's essentially an air taxi, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just waiting for it to show up, just in case I'll get my neuver out, in case somebody wants to mess with me. My rationale behind getting like PvP gear is I'm not going to go out of my way to bother people, but if somebody wants to try to bite me, I want to make sure I bite back. That's pretty much it. So over here, I can't sell this, can I? Oh, I can. Did I already buy it then? Let me check the loyalty shop. think I already did purchase it, because they have a stable one for Altanova, and that's the only other one for Altanova right now. Yeah, I did buy it, okay. And that was the only one for Altanova, I think, for right now. Obviously, if I wanted to, I could just go spend, you know, some loyalties on the actual storages, but I'm not going to do that. My in-game goal is to not have the need for having storages in towns, like even Ilya over here. Like, not having all this contribution tied up here. I want to be able to have, like, all the farms that I could possibly have, and use some of that contribution maybe for other things. I'm gonna start moving my character probably down to Garmoth. I also don't have my horse. My horse is with my season character right now, because my season character is fighting over at Sherikon Necropolis right now. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna alt tab out and check one of the events to see if it's actually over, because I don't remember if it's over. I want to say that it might be. Might be. Is it Dawn of the Dragons event? Because I want to know if Garmoth still has... it's this one. This is still August 10th, so yes, it is going for one more week. So I do need to bring my main to Garmoth, for sure. Hello, Griffin. So just in case, I will take off most of my gear, because these sort of things tend to drop players. And if I fall in the middle of the ocean, not only am I going to be mad because I died, but I could potentially get a crystal to break. So I think it takes like 2-3 minutes before he actually gets up, starts flying away. But then it's like a 5-minute ride or 3 minutes, something like that. So it's just, you know, kick back, relax, enjoy the ride. That's what I'm trying to do. Let me double check the map, see if there's anything else that I can be checking out for contribution. None over here. Ooh, okay, I remember what I was actually going to do. I was going to remove the... Did I remove it a long time ago? I must have. Or was it on the second floor? Hold on. Nope. Trying to hit that. Magical ride. That's pretty much what it is, yeah. Where is that? It is the costume mill? Yeah, okay. So I don't have the costume mill anymore. That's right. I got rid of that. For some reason I still had that in my mind. I could get rid of 5 space here. Free up 2 more contribution here, and then... Is this another 1? Yeah. But I don't think I can sell this because I need to fire a worker, I'm pretty sure. If I go over... The only way for me to know for sure is if I actually went to Altanova and checked with the who's what's it, the worker hirer over there. I could try to promote one of these guys, actually. Takes a full day. Worker stuff is just not one of those things that I really care too much about. Yeah, I have a bunch of artisan giants and, you know, a human at Finto Farm for the extra, like, luck, I guess. To, like, get more chicken meat and eggs and stuff, but I don't really understand the worker aspect of it all. I tried to, for the most part, just, like, promote everybody up as high as I could. Like, this guy still needs 3, like, has 3, this one has 3, this one has 0, and I've tried once already. Alejandro, Northern Wheat Plantation, I can actually fire this guy and replace him. There's 2 in Calpheon that are just kind of sitting there. This guy here, I mean, if he doesn't one more time, then I'll have to fire him. Tariff, this guy's not doing anything. I could fire him. I have a third one in Tariff, though, because I think these other two are actually in Tariff as well, gathering zinc in the nearby nodes. And this guy I can use right now. There we go, finally we're moving. I can use this guy while I try to promote the other two, have him work on those nodes. That's the main reason why I have so many like redundancies, if you will. Duvenkroon, I have this guy there. He was the one who made all the pieces that I needed for the Garmos heart. So, like, there's just a lot of people that like that are not at Artisan, and even those that are at Artisan, like this guy, there's a couple of stats like tool produce crafting work speed +5. He's on Bartali farm. I need more like movement speed or maybe luck or work speed. I don't need a tool produce crafting work speed. Like, their skills are not right. Additional processing +3 when making a grain veggie fruit crate. He's mining at Imp Cave. And I know I can just always like re-roll them and stuff. Just workers, I just don't really care too much. Can't get promoted. You're out of here. I mean, it's true. And to be honest, too, like, if I were to take a look, I have 10,000 seals here. I could go for a worker contract box here, just in Velia. In Heidel, I have 16k. For a time, I moved all of them to Calpheon, so there's probably a bulk majority of them over here in Calpheon. Where are they? No, I moved them to Heidel then. So there's 4,000 here. The other places that I have them, I have the one in Garana, but 290. The one over here just makes brass ingot crates, which I haven't made for a while, so I could actually refund this and get 11 contribution points back. I'm tempted to now. And Odraxia is another place, and this one has 361. So the little things here and there. Maybe Altanova? Do they? They do. 710. So I have enough to where I can get like 2 contract boxes if I wanted to, but the only other place would be Valencia, but I don't think I have anything out here now. No workers. I don't think I own a single structure out here in Valencia either. Does not look like it. Actually, it does look like it. I have a 5 storage. 1, 2. I have a value pack. That's why I do that. So I guess that was the only one I had. Is there purchased? Let me just double check. None now. Okay. I don't know, man. Kind of forgot all about that one, to be honest. Alright, it's Velia. So yeah, if you've ever done the main story, you've probably walked right by this thing, and you may have seen the Griffin actually there. You may also have never seen the Griffin there. But if you've ever seen the Griffin, that's why it's there. You can hop onto it and go to an island in the middle of nowhere, if you really felt like it. Okay, let's go ahead and move some stuff over here. So I have 75 now. So you need 1 Abyssal Essence for every 3 Elixir of Demi-Human Hunt, 3 Elixir of Frenzy, and 1 Tears of the Fallen Moon. And I have enough for 277. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and make another 50, which is another 150 of these and 150 of these. Now this is a very boring process, to be honest, and to be expected. Let's go ahead and put this artifact away real quick, because this is actually, you need to do simple alchemy, but I do know simple alchemy also affects your actual alchemy now. So go ahead and put on my silver embroidered alchemist clothes real quick. If not, I'm popping all these buffs for no reason, which, you know, let's just hope that I'm right. So alchemy is at master 148.59. It did go up. Okay. So this is going to take a little bit of time. While this is going on, let's go ahead and take a look. So Deve's Journal, by the way, or Deve's Encyclopedia, book number 5. You have collect items related to ogres, 3 types. That's a 1 AP. I really want to complete this one, like badly. Collect items that'll help you improve your memory. Collect items that'll help keep you warm. Collect items that allow you to see the future. Collect beautiful items made from dirt. So the keep you warm one is what I wanted to highlight with these pre-orders here. All these magic crystal of the sun, as well as this golden sun coral. These are all part of that sun, or like shine, or whatever wording it is. So that's why a lot of these are here, even though there are hundreds of pre-orders. 750, it's 2.25. Let me go to Garmoth real quick and just double check this, because I just feel like I need to. Tax calculator, I have like 6,000 family fame. 750 at a 3 mil. So right now, this would be a 1.9 bill right now. And I am super tempted to just hit the register and sell right now. The other alternative is that I don't do that, and I can raise 1 more of my gloves or my shoes, because they both need 700 a piece to upgrade, and that's 1 more DP. So the real question is 1 more DP or almost 2 bill, which will actually push me to like 9 right now. And 9 is, last I checked, closer to 12 than 7. Oh man, people are buying them now. Of course, I have this weird feeling in my body every time that I get close to a goal or get close to doing something. Somebody comes along and just undermines it. People are coming along and they're like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and buy it. Let me go ahead and buy it. There was 3 earlier today. 3. 2 of them have been sold. Why? I really want to sell these. Like, temptation is really badly there. And then if I wanted to, okay, I have this, a Tri-Bags gloves. I could sell that. There's 6 orders at max price. There's a Pride Dim Tree. There's 1 order. It's kind of low though, but you know. And then to top it off, I do know I also have a Griffin helmet that's at a TET. I could sell one of these bad boys for 2.6 right now, or put it up for 2.9 and see what happens. And then the other one I have is a Dim Tree at also a TET. And there's quite a few of these. Alternatively, I could try to spend a little bit of my money here and try to tap a TET. It's still at max price. Okay, that's cool. So I could potentially put another one of these up. How much at the low end? 3. Okay, so there's quite a few people that are close to getting near that max price. I could also... Yeah, no, these all just fell off the face of the earth. I could also sell almost the amount of frenzy drops that I'm making now, you know? I could also sell my Tungrad necklace. I'm actually going to sell this. I got this at Gyfin yesterday, so I'm going to sell that. The Tungrad ring I just got today, the price for some unforsaken reason has just skyrocketed. If I were to buy these right now, I'd have to buy them almost 170 mil a pop, and these things are expensive. Would it be worth it? I don't know. I could also just sell like 11 of those outright. I guess we could sell these too. Any horse related stuff I don't need. So let me just kind of clean up my marketplace here a bit. Scroll, you can be gone thought. I don't see any other horse related stuff here, so that's good. Could also potentially sell these. I took a lot of resources for these to get where they are, to be honest, which is unfortunate. This one took a lot too, and there's 2 on the marketplace for it, so. There's also Calphion fishing rods. Anybody want this thing? No, apparently not. I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sell these bad boys. There's 3,000 orders now, so we're going to sell 750 capstones for a little under 2 bill. 1.9. So we're at 9.2 right now. We're very close. Very close. How much are these for? Like 1 mil pop? Nah, they're not worth. And then the frenzy drots, I need to mix those with these. Is it just 1-to-1, I think? Yeah. So I need breath. I need 50 in total, so I would need like another 45. 11.2 mil, like that's nothing really. For me to get that in an hour, I don't know for sure if I'd be able to do that, but you know, just go ahead and... Is it just simple alchemy? It is. You can mass produce it 10 times with normal amount of crafting materials with 1 Ibelib's essence. Where do you get that again? Is that the... Hold on a second. Is that this stuff? No. Ibelib? Is that... Oh gosh, lag. Is that from like an old mood manager? And if so, I do remember where he's at. It is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I just do this, this should make 10 at a time. So this is just saving time, really. Yep, made 10. Nice. So this will make another 50 more frenzies, and these things I live off of these days when I'm actually grinding for higher end spots and stuff. If I were to actually go to Gyfin and not use this, I would lose out on the stamina and the health regen, but I also wouldn't be shooting like 15 DP off in the end. Alchemy at 49% now. Nice. Nope, wrong close. Go ahead and put the extra ones away. Usually I like to keep 20 on me. I just got up to, where are they? 84. Nice. So I'm set for a couple of weeks now. I don't have to go back if I don't want to. But to be honest, I'm probably going to go back to the Abyssal zone because of the potential to get some of the Tungrad rings. Like, Tungrad rings are so good to get. Now here comes the real question. Do I have a horse here? None of them are really fast. I really don't want to have to walk all the way there, but how about this? We'll make our way to Heidel first. And then when I get to Heidel, I'm going to hop to my Dark Knight seasonal character and bring my horse all the way to Heidel. I know I could also just like transport my horse, but that takes 10 minutes. And by the time that happens, it'll be 2 after, and Garmoth spawns 15 after. I'd have still plenty of time to make it there, but I'm just lazy. I'm gonna do more work to be lazy now. Somebody, that's a great question. Somebody in my guild, they posted up a screenshot of their current gear, and it took somebody hours before they asked why is there a Pen Kudum versus a Pen Zarka, and they said, but the YOLO taps sometimes happen, and somebody else goes, you know, that's a good question. As if to be like, I didn't think of that. Yeah, I really like this guild, to be honest. A lot of people are kind of like minding their own business sort of thing, and there's not a whole lot of like, you know, team camaraderie, everybody gets together sort of a thing, you know. Okay, now we made it in Heidel. I was just double checking stuff in the Discord. Okay, let me hop on the seasonal character. Let me move my horse that I usually have on my main character from where they're at. Earlier, the reason why my horse is on my seasonal character is one of my guildmates was doing Nagas out in the desert, and I left my seasonal character over in Calpheon last time that I was playing on her because I wanted to start doing some questing to level up to 61. So I took my horse on my main character over to Calpheon and let my seasonal character take the horse, and that's pretty much all today. That's what happened. And now I'm going to burn a little bit of my combat XP buffs that I'm using, because I was grinding for a bit of combat XP as well. I'm up to 13% to the way, and here at Sherikon, I went from, I think I started at like 4%? 5%? Something like that? Maybe it was like 7, I don't know. But I'm going to say about 7% in a little over an hour. Also turn that off. And the other reason I also wanted to get some frenzy drops too is my character here, I do have a frenzy drop on just in case. But so far, not so bad, honestly, at Sherikon again. Told myself I was not really wanting to go back to get a second health potion, but with the weeklies that you can do now, you can get like 5 of the pity pieces, and in the course of like 20 weeks, you're guaranteed to get a pot. I'm okay with that, and that's the only reason that I am like really going back to Sherikon is because of the pity system. That's the only reason why. If it wasn't for those 5 pieces every week, nah, not doing it. Plus, Sherikon is a pretty decent spot to go to for season characters. Not a lot of the, like, I was bothered one time earlier in a season server. Like, nobody was really there. Just now in the server that I'm in, which is not a season server, somebody was just there. But, you know. I think it's right here. Yeah, it's right here, okay. Try to remember where this thing is at, because this is, like, my shortcut. Trying to be very gentle as to not hurt the horse anymore, because I don't have any carrots on this character. Maybe I do, and I just don't know about it. Nope. So I got 1 Dragon Fang earlier, and quite a few resources, some like seasonal loot stuff. So far, I I usually like never grind on season servers, but this season I'm trying things very differently. Instead of like questing to 61, I kind of want to grind to 61 just to see how much of a difference it is. And I think at the end of the day, I like questing, like I do, but I'm just being really lazy this season for some stupid reason. Also, I need to visit a stable keeper here shortly. Also, I don't want to say this because it's going to bother everybody else. So this is the checkmate outfit for Dark Knight. And if somebody has one for Alon, please tell me if it's the case. But if you drift down to the left, the cape is totally fine. As soon as you go down to the right, the cape for some reason flies in the air with reckless abandon. You see that? Fine, flying in the air. Fine, flying in the air. Fine, flying in the air. I don't know why it does that. I noticed it. It's only when you drift and go to the right. When you go left, you're totally fine. But when you go to the right, it just flies in the air. Mind blown, I know. A lot of people are going to Garmoth right now. There is a outpost just a little ways away from here. I think I can make it there before my horse runs out of stamina. Yep, here it is. Do they not have a stable keeper here? No, but Glish, I guess, is nearby too. Let's go ahead and recover. Make our way all the way over to Heidel. So it's 8 o'clock right now. You know what's funny? If I would have just sent my horse over to here, I would have had the horse 2 minutes later than right this second. The funny thing is, the only difference is that I'm actively moving it versus if it were to actually move by itself. And just like wait impatiently. Now here's hoping I do have a space. Nice. There we go. Let's go ahead and do that. I could tap a few more accessories. Accessories and I just don't get along. That's all I'm going to say. And that's why I find it ironic that I'm trying to grind over at the Abyssal region, because of just how terrible my luck is with accessories. I burned 4 TETs already for tried a TET for Tungrads, and that was when I would spend 2 hours worth of money, 600 mil at Castle Ruins on 6 TET Tungrads. I think at the time it was 6. They were cheaper back then. And I would just burn all that money away on attempts instead of saving up for one. Erahaza.
I don't mind what others say. I like Serendia better than Galtheon.
If you, I know you're here to talk to me and everything, but I have to get going. So we are going down to Garmoth. So we kind of go the route that I just came. You guys also noticed that I didn't even use autopath the entire time going from Duvenkroon all the way to Heidel. Even really going to like Glish. Aren't you proud of me? recently I've been thinking, what would I do if I actually ended up getting a second Garmoth's Heart? I know I've probably said this about a billion times, but some people might say, you know, or may not have been around the very first time, but I did recently finish, like right before this event started with the Garmoth's Hearts and stuff, I did actually finish the quest series to get Garmoth's Heart, and I got the title for it, Caught the Dragon's Heart, I think is what it's called. So the question is, if I were to actually get like another Garmoth's Heart maybe tonight, right, what would I do with it? And truthfully, I don't know, because I would love to put it on my Kudum, because that's what I do a lot more of the time is PvE stuff. But at the same time, I do have a Nuver, and as far as PvP goes, Nuver is like the best. But that's the unfortunate news, is that until I get to like C20, that's about as good as it will ever get, is C20 Nuver. Garmoth's Heart would make it a little bit better. I can't remember what you actually get on sub-weapons. I think isn't it like extra HP or something like that? I don't quite remember exactly what it was. Just like I don't remember how to get to my little shortcut over here. Is it like right about here? I think this is it. Oh my gosh. Can I just climb? Just climb. Climb, please? No. Don't mind me, guys. I did this all the time in World of Warcraft. I'm an expert. I know what I'm doing. Let's just get the speed going here, and then just try to... just keep doing that. There we go. There goes my horse into the wall. Don't fall down, please. This is one of the advantages to having a class that can double jump. Although, do you really call it an advantage? I don't know. Let me double check Garmoth's Heart and find out what actually... Ah, another magic crystal. Nice. So Garmoth's Heart would give more HP, max stamina, and special attack evasion rate. So, personally, the more HP and more stamina, that would be excellent on my Kudum. That's half of a Frenzy Draught, just permanently. I think. Is it 200? Yeah, max stamina is 200, but, was it? I thought it was HP. Or is it both? Oh, it is both. Okay. So more HP and more stamina permanently. That'd be pretty good on Kudum, honestly. But Kudum is not my final, like, sub-hand. I plan on getting a Black Star for PvE sake. But a Nuver would also be really good, too, for those that want to try to mess with me, you know? Because then I'd have that extra stamina when doing dueling and that sort of stuff, even though I don't really do that sort of stuff because I don't bother people and people tend not to bother me. So, you know, it's like an unwritten rule of respect. And I can't use drift anymore, I don't think, here. Let's try to use sprint to get down here. You go too fast down a slight incline, your horse just... It's like you hit a bump in the road and your horse doesn't know how to function anymore. It's crazy. I keep forgetting that you have to go around here. Why was there something that was attackable over there? Is there somebody over here? There's a horse or something. There's a horse that I can attack. I'm not flagged. I'm assuming somebody nearby is? Not seeing any red names. I really don't think anybody's going to have a red name and be here, though, because this is way too much like people. So, if I were to get a second Garmoss heart, what would I do with it? Well, the beauty part of Garmoss heart, and unironically, I do have a mirror on me because this was one of the things that Dave needed. You can extract an inverted heart of Garmoth from fiery gear. So if I did put it on the Kudum, it would be very temporary until I got like the Pen Goddard Eye, or at least maybe start getting the Goddard Eye in general, like get a TET, Black Star / Goddard Eye. I could do that. I could put the Garmoth heart on it, and that would make it, you know, a little bit better than like a Kudum. The issue with it is that I'm probably going to keep my Pen Kudum until I get a Pen Black Star. And for the Black Star, I'm probably just going to tap it raw, or not raw tap, but tap the TETs with, what is it? Sorry, I read chat and lost my train of thought. Get my Black Star to a Pen for Subhand, and then I would put the Garmoss heart on there. So I probably will end up, if I do end up getting another Garmoss heart at some point, I'll probably put it on the Kudum. If I can get like 2, that'd be great, because then I could put one on Nuver as well until they come out with like a new weapon or something. I don't know. But the other thing is too, eventually I want to get enough Garmoss hearts for my secondary character too, my Dark Knight. So, and that would be at least another 2 as well. My Dark Knight would be more so PvE as well, but have the ability to, if necessary, slap on a Nuver and consider it somewhat of a PvP or PvX, a little bit of both, you know. People are dueling right now too. Then we're just gonna chill for 5 more minutes. I guess I can take a look at Marketplace, see what else I can possibly sell. I don't think there's anything else I really could sell. I could really go and sell that armor that I have. I really don't want to though. The Dim Tree and the Griffin. I really could, and I can get 1 accessory from this, or I can buy like 300 memory fragments and attempt to tap these bad boys. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to, how much money did I make today? Not a whole lot. I'm at $391 right now. But I think I put some of it away earlier. I don't know. I want to try to, whenever I get like maybe a couple, like 300 mil or so, go ahead and purchase a couple more mem fragments. Do I have, it's F20 aura. I have 24 memory fragments here. I could convert these as well. Karanda I gotta keep. Kudum I could definitely convert those. And then all these other ones, I kind of want to get the box first before doing it, but the reason I'm keeping Karanda is for horse gear. It's the main reason why. And that's more like a casual thing anyways. If need be, I could, but I don't want to convert that. The main thing is... Hello? Oh, someone else is okay. We're fine. There's over 175 memes right now. 175k. Wow. Realistically, some of the money that I got from the capstones tonight, I can go ahead and purchase for this. I don't know. Because let's say, you know, let's say this works. I sell 1 stone for 2.9. It'd almost be about 2.5. That'd be an increase of about 1.7 mil. And 1.7 would put me at 9 after buying this, I think. No, 1.7 extra than what this would be. So 1.7 more, so it'd be at 10.9. It would be nice, But alright, I don't know. Just kind of hanging out here. Somebody's like right behind me. I'm just reading chat at this point. I have no idea what's going on. I think what I'm going to try to do is on days that I'm not wanting to do like a grind for Jade for 2 hours, I think doing my capstone grind was actually pretty good too. So do this for the dailies, which are 3 dailies here. Do Jade just for the dailies, which is like 40 minutes. I need to sneeze. Oh man. Barely got it that time. Do the dailies at Jade, which takes about like 40 minutes, and then do Mirawak Labyrinth, which this takes about an hour and 25 minutes. Doing each of those spots, I can ensure at least 100 capstones a day, and that alone was pretty decent money as well, or at least getting capstones is pretty decent. Do that for 10 days on top of maybe grinding Jade for like an hour each day. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not really like chaining myself to one location, and I don't want to be like, oh, Jade Labyrinth. Jade Starlight Forest is the way to make money. There are other places I can make a ridiculous amount of money. I can go to Centaurs if I want. I can go, to Roud Sulphur Mine if I want. Those spots are very popular, and I don't want to go to those spots for that reason and that reason alone. I could also go to Gyfin Underground Temple, and that alone I could get with just loot scrolls. I can actually get a decent almost 250 mil an hour there, you know, just loot scrolls, no Agris. Jade Starlight, can't do that with just loot scrolls. I have to be using Agris for that. I could go burn Agris at trees if I wanted to and get almost like 500 mil an hour, you know. Let's go ahead and nuke Garmoth real quick. Okay, let's try to see if Garmoth is Garmoth going to be bugged tonight, or is she good? Garmoth might actually be fine tonight. She is. Garmoth is not taking like any damage. Achoo. That's what it sounded like, yeah. Kind of hurt when it happened, though. So focused on Garmoth, sorry. Is tonight the night? One of my guildmates asked if tonight was the night. I don't know what they're referring to. I'm not running out there, even though I probably could. And I have a feeling that Garmoth is able to be attacked. Because I don't recall that it did its first normal attack. I have not hit that button in so long. My Succession Kuno hit it all the time, but... Let's see if it's possible to damage Garmoth. I don't see the crosshair, so I'm not assuming so. I have maneuver on. I'm such an idiot. I don't think it's really going to matter too much in the end. I'm still probably going to have the same amount of damage output, or very close to it anyways. I swear, man. If I had a brain, I could be dangerous. Go back to your spot, Garmoth. Here comes the attack. I'll kind of hang out over here. It's fine. This is the one that has a bunch of fireballs that come down anyways, so it's fine. I'll just dodge them, you know. You don't need armor if you never get hit. It's terrible advice, don't listen to it. It's true, but... I usually don't do this on my actual Garmoth ult. Which is my Corsair. But Kuno is pretty agile, in my opinion. And plus, I'm getting hit, and yeah, I barely took like any damage. That was also because my evasion probably saved me a little bit there. I'm just curious, can you... Oh, you can actually attack Garmoth here. Garmoth barely did any damage, but mainly because I think my evasion kicked in a lot there. So you can damage Garmoth right there when you rush in. I've never tried before, because I'm usually never on my main character, and when I am, I'm not trying to die, because if I die, I could potentially lose crystals, and 2 crystals I have each are over 300 million. So... Guild chat, there we go, guys. Alright, ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. That's a way to let them know that that's all I got was Cronstones. I legitimately have gotten a box every single time, and that was even with a Nuvar on tonight, you know? Every single time. And, you know, some people say, well, just get good, scrub. It's literally RNG. Like, I can't get any better than I am. Like, that's it. Am I gonna cry? No, I'm joking. With a week left to go, I think there's at least like 2 more Garmoths potentially until the end of the event. I don't know, but I said I'm not all too concerned about it. It's whatever at this point. The ability to go there and potentially get some stuff, that's kind of all I really care about. Alright. Well, that is that, unfortunately. But you can't have God tier luck all the time, you know, because if you did, then like I said earlier, you just don't really grow from it. The struggle is what defines the journey, not so much the, you know, oh, I made it to where I wanted to be, you know, that's fine and dandy and everything. It's fantastic, but there's a lot of things along the way to really enjoy. Like, if I were to say overnight, just get like everything 100% enhancement rate chance, like my black stars, they all go up to pen. I get all my gear up to like C20 that I'm using. I get the accessories that I want, the like almost 500 bill, maybe almost a trill worth of silver tonight, and everything just turned out perfect. I would probably stop playing the game. And that's like no cap. Like, once you get to that point, like, what do you do? And right now I'm enjoying the ride getting there, but the amount of hours I've spent into just getting one accessory at this point is a long time. And thinking about it even further, you know, past this one accessory, there's another accessory tier higher than this. And the real question is, do I want to try to push for that next? The answer is no, I don't want to push for it right after getting TET. I do want to, however, push for my weapon to go to pen. I want to try to get my Black Star Sachakram, or rather Goddard now, to a pen next. I think that's what my next goal is going to be after the accessory push. In the meantime, I will take any extra capstones for either capping my gear or selling to kind of fast track the accessory purchasing. But, you know, at a certain point, once you've got everything that you've ever dreamed of and went for, what do you do? And if you don't develop a love or a passion for the game, you end up quitting the game. You're just done with it. And I don't want to try to be one of those people that rush so hard to get what I want that I have learned nothing in the process. I want to, by the time that I hit the goals or the marks that I'm trying to hit, I'll have developed sort of a, not really a pattern, but developed more of a passion for the game and have enjoyed the game up to that point to continue playing and just grinding for silver, or just playing the game just to have fun because the game is fun, you know? That, you know, fun is a very loose interpretation because people can say the game's not fun, people can say that it's extremely fun, you know? Somebody just showed up over there, kind of freaked me out. Let me double check the crafter. I can't sell boxes. Nice. So I'm gonna put my money away here, and I'm gonna sell my cooking boxes before I get on another tangent. And that'll probably be the last thing I do today on stream. There's a Valencia meal. 218.
You know you've got to take a Hillsworn name if you're here longer than a season.
That. Go to cook's clothes. Now, another thing that could really help fast track this whole process right now, me trying to get this, you know, money. There's another item that I could tap. It's a bit more risky, but if I can get this sucker to a TET right now, first off, I would probably save it because my one that I'm using right now is a try, so a little bit of mastery, the better. But Cook's Clothes at a TET right now is, I think, max price 5.3, and that's a hefty chunk of change. Hefty. So, you know, I could also just sell my Nuver. It's like almost 10 billion. If I really wanted to as well, I could also sell a lot of my life skilling gear. Like 3 accessories here would pay for another one, and then these 3 over here would probably pay for another 1.5. Do I want to do that? No. It's an option though. I have my gatherer's clothes I could sell. I got my craftsman's clothes I could sell to get them back. I don't know if I'll ever get them back to that point, you know? I could also enhance my matchlocks that I have at Velia, which I might do at some point. I need to repair them though, and then get this going. I have all my tool bag items. Like I have a pen right here I could just sell and almost buy the accessory that I'm going for right now up front. There's a lot of different things that I could do, but I'm trying not to do because it's so easy. I could just push around items to get the silver I want, but I don't want to do that because what will I have learned in the process? Not much, because then a lot of the things that I just had are just gone, and I don't really want to do that. So let me go ahead and sell these cooking boxes, stop with my, step down off my high horse or my pedestal, my soapbox, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I feel like for me, the biggest thing that makes me come back to the game and just enjoy the game is the insane grind. I really do enjoy games that allow you the option to fast track stuff if you want to, but also just kind of grind out. Like StarCraft 2, this is another game that I do grind quite regularly even now. The mastery for each character, you can get up to prestige 3 on each character. You have to get to level 15 to prestige the first time, and then each subsequent time you also have to get level 15. That can take a full maybe 6 to 8 hours for one prestige level. And then on top of that, once you get past like prestige 3 and level them all the way up, or even before then too, once you hit level 15, any extra XP you get goes toward like the overall account, and the overall account has a total of 1,000 mastery levels. Now once you get to 90 is like the stepping stone. It's like the point, and then after that it goes down to like 200,000, which is like 4 or 5 missions to do to get one level. And each mission can take anywhere between like, I'd say 15 minutes IRL to maybe half an hour almost. So I've played games that are very grindy, but Black Desert is definitely on a different level because, if I wanted to today, I could just say, I'm just done with grinding. I'm just going to go and hunt for the rest of my time playing the game, or gather, and I can make money that way too. But unfortunately, life skilling is just not as powerful in terms of the current silver generating meta to be worth your time. Hunting, when I was hunting, I was getting 30 capstones an hour. That's pretty good, but that was also during an event where it was 100% higher drop rate. I don't know about that one. I feel like the few times that I get like 6 capstones now after the event from one mob at Jade Starlight, an elite mob by the way, is way better. I'll still get like 30 capstones an hour, and to me that's totally fine. So between the Ancient Spirit Dust and the raw capstones, I can get about 30 in an hour, and it works. So I don't know. It's one of those things that I definitely have thought about, and I'm not sure if I want to just say screw it, get rid of a lot of my gear on one side or the other. Realistically, I could grind to get those belts back, like the Tri-Manos ones. Let's see where they are. An earring is 3.7, and then it goes up to 20. Like, I could probably grind to get this in a few days' time, no big deal. But the thing too is that there are some on the marketplace, so how fast would they actually sell at a try? And plus, if I wanted to as well, most of these I actually got from the Shining Shikatu seals. You get 120 of these bad boys. You can choose your own Manos accessory. So, I could do that, but like tonight I could sell like my belts and get like 3 bill and get enough to get the Tungrad earring that I've been trying to go for. I could do that. Do I want to? No. Because then I'm losing progress in life skilling that I don't want to lose, all for the sake of hitting my goal tonight that I don't need to hit tonight, because I'm probably not going to play a whole lot of Black Desert after this for tonight because I'm all Black Deserted out. So I don't know. It's something that, some people will say, oh, you can go ahead and do just, just go ahead and sell all your gear. Like some people who are dead serious about just life skilling, at a certain point, they'll just they'll just say, you know, this whole combat thing is just not for me. I'm just gonna sell my combat gear and I'm just gonna life skill. That's all I'm gonna do. And that's fine. You know, if that's what you want to do, if that's what you enjoy in the game, then go for it. Pursue what you're passionate about. Pursue what you enjoy. For me, recently, grinding has been something that's so mind-numbingly boring. Oh, excuse me. And easy for me to do, but I enjoy the grind. I enjoy seeing my silver go up at the end of the day. And I don't know, it's something about this game that I really enjoy. And I think it's probably just a mind-numbingly, like, stupid, easy tasks. Like, hit these buttons, do this stuff, and then after like an hour of repetitively doing that, you now have more money. I don't know. It's weird. I enjoy it though. I enjoy weird. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and call it stream here. Sorry for the long tangent at the end, but I feel like I just kind of wanted to get that out of my system because I could totally do that. I could just sell all my life skilling gear and be done with life skilling for a good long while. I could get the 4 accessories that I want. But what will I have learned in the process? I've learned that I have very little self-control and that I have to go ahead and get those accessories back at some point and the gear back at some point. And there's no guarantee that you can get another TET, you know, hunter's clothes or something without spending a ton of money on it or a ton of time trying to tap it. So I don't know. It's one of those things that I don't want to throw away progress, even if it may not be what my active goal is now. My end game goal for all of this is to hit pen everything, but that's going to be a while. So, and do it by myself. I want to get pen everything and it has like my name on it, very much like the Fallen Gods or the Libresca's helmet. That's what I want to see, is my name on everything. Temporarily I might buy like pen accessories until I can tap TETs for pens, but so far, I think this is going very well. My journey in Black Desert's been going very well this year. You know, start of the year to now. It's crazy the progress I've made. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the journey thus far, and stick around for future journeys. I plan on hitting the Pen Black Star, my awakening weapon, by the end of this year. That's one of my goals. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And that's just the joy of the game, you know. I say joy, but some people don't see it that way. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to stop rambling. And if you guys are new around here, you can hit that subscribe button, bell icon to be notified of future live streams. I'm not streaming for the next couple of days. Next stream is going to be on Sunday about 5 p.m. So if you guys want to go and check me out on then, I'll be live over there. Live at this channel at that time, 5 p.m. Sunday Pacific time. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, outro brain is tired. What is the outro? Oh, that's the outro. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay safe, take it easy, and God bless. How did I forget my outro? Bye-bye!